When the tallest girl in high school falls for a handsome foreign exchange student, she becomes embroiled in a surprising love triangle, and realizes she's far more than her insecurities about her height have led her to believe. Welcome to Magician Recaps Explains. Today we are recapping 2019 drama and comedy movie, Tall Girl. Let's start our story. Jodie Creeman is a 16-year-old who has been tall for her age since she was 3, which has made her insecure her whole life. Students regularly joke about her height, but in contrast, Jodie's older sister, Harper, is of short height and has won multiple beauty pageants. Jack Dunkelman, a lifelong friend, who always come to school with a milk crate, has been frequently asking her out, but she is reluctant, partly because he is much shorter than she is. Stig Molin, a Swedish foreign exchange student, joins Jodie's class, and she is immediately interested in him, along with most girls in the school. Dunkelman starts to feel jealous, but Jodie still falls for Stig. Back at the house, Jodie asks Harper how to get noticed by a guy. Harper is much excited that her younger sister is now falling in love, and she's ready to help her out. She asks who that guy is, and Jodie reveals he is a foreign exchange student, which suddenly turns Harper off. However, she asks her to go all out for Stig, and Jodie reluctantly agrees. Meanwhile, her bully, Kimmy Stitcher, starts showing him around, doing everything possible just to get Stig's attention. After school, Dunkelman's mom surprised him with Stig. He is distressed to learn that Stig will be staying at his house as the host family, since he feels smallish around him, and moreover, Stig wants to spoil his 7 years plan of dating Jodie. He starts to avoid Stig, who knows nothing about Dunkelman's motives, so he still tries to make friends with him. Jodie now realizes she would lose Stig if she doesn't act fast, since Kimmy is always around him. She goes to Harper for help getting Stig to notice her, so she and their mother give her a complete makeover. Later on, Jodie gets a call from Stig, asking to go on a date with him, not knowing Kimmy and another bully, Schnipper, are prank calling her, pretending to be Stig, and asking her to homecoming dance. To her best friend Farida's frustration, Jodie hides in the bathroom to avoid Kimmy. Still trying to avoid her, she stumbles across Stig playing the piano. He encourages her to join him, and they sing the duet, "I've Never Been in Love Before" from the musical Guys and Dolls, until Kimmy comes in to distract the two. Back home, Jodie finds her father has organized a tall people club meeting in their house, which she finds upsetting. Later on, Stig calls, and at first, thinking it is another prank call, she tells him off, but later realizes it's the real Stig, and he invites her to watch a musical movie with him. She hurriedly turns up to Dunkelman's house, who is happy to see her, but he becomes jealous when he realizes she is actually there to see Stig. Out of jealousy, he continually interrupts their evening, until when Stig calls him to join them. He then intentionally sits between them just to prevent them from contacting each other. But as Stig escorts Jodie home, they kiss. Later that night, feeling guilty and bad about it, Stig asks Dunkelman for advice, telling him he kissed Jodie, which made Dunkelman to nearly have a heart attack. However, he comports, and he tells Stig to focus on being with Kimmy. The next day at school, Jodie tells Farida about Stig kissing her, and expected him to sit by her side, but to her surprise, Stig ignores her to sit with Kimmy. Dunkelman also comes, and tries to sit with Jodie, but Stig calls him to sit with them rather. When the school closed, Jodie asks Dunkelman if Stig has told him anything, and he also tells her the advice he gave to Stig, that's to focus on Kimmy. But Jodie gets angry at Dunkelman when she learns that he is not on his side, until he crashes into a stable car with his bicycle. At Dunkelman's house, Stig reveals he's dating Kimmy and can't continue with her. Meanwhile, another girl, Liz, asks Dunkelman on a date, and Schnipper is now also interested in Jodie, so he gets Kimmy to ask her to join them for an escape room activity. Jodie ditches a concert with Farida to go, making her and Farida to have an issue and part ways. In the escape room, Dunkelman promised to throw them a house party, and they kiss in couples, Jodie and Schnipper, Kimmy and Stig, and Dunkelman and Liz. Meanwhile, Stig and Jodie were spying each other, whilst Dunkelman is also spying Jodie, until Jodie gets frustrated and leaves. Out of jealous, Stig talks to Jodie, both confess their feelings, and agrees to go on a date to Harper's pageant competition, hoping that Stig will come, since her family is aware that he's coming. Harper wins, but Stig does not show up, making Jodie's father to curse him, saying clearly that no one messes with his daughter, which made them to nearly even get into an accident. Later at Dunkelman's party, Stig explains that he lost track of time, and gives some flimsy excuses. However, Jody realizes that he can't break up with Kimmy, since he enjoyed being the most popular guy, and she leaves. Dunkelman rejects Liz when she asks him to the homecoming dance, saying he's already in love. Liz admits she knows how he looked at Jody, sees that he loves Jody. The next morning, he goes to Jody's room, and gives her platform heels, saying she might need it one day, when she finds the one tall guy, who will love her, and also apologizes for being a bad friend, that's, for ignoring her lately. Jody realizes he has some bruises around his left eye, and asked what happened, but he didn't say what actually happened. Later on, Jody is sent a video from after she left the party. In the video, Stig pretended that Jody had an unrequited love for him, and says he stood her up. Schnipper joined the conversation, saying he never loved Jody. However, Dunkelman intervened to defend Jody, telling everyone how Stig confessed to him that he loved Jody, leading to a heated argument. Fist fight ensued, leaving Dunkelman with a black eye. Jody sees this, and plans to wear Dunkelman's heels. At the homecoming dance, Kimmy and Stig are crowned homecoming queen and king, but after that, he breaks up with her. Jody surprisingly arrives in the high heels Dunkelman gave her, and makes a speech expressing newfound confidence in herself, winning a round of applause from everyone. She apologizes to Farida, and leaves the party. Stig follows her up, and apologizes to her, and also tells her he has broken up with Kimmy, making him to ask Jody out, but she rejects him, and walks away. She then goes, and talks to Dunkelman. She expresses her love for him, and asks why he always carries a milk crate. Dunkelman reveals he knows this day will come, so he wanted to be always prepared, and then finally reveals why he always carries a milk crate. He stands on it, and to her surprise, he leans in to kiss her. And there you have it, the recap of Talk Girl 2019. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also share your thoughts in the comments section below. See you later.